Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMT, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. I'm CA, going to be your host and caster for this series, joined by aggressive caster and analyst, and we're bringing to you the action in the finals day today. It's going to be really exciting. How are you doing, aggressive?
I'm doing really fine. One of the first times we have done an early morning game, but when it's teams of this caliber, starting early is the thing that you need to do, because I'm pretty sure the games are going to be long, the games are going to be hectic, and the games are going to be impressive.
Yeah, definitely. And to start it all off, we have something really impressive coming to you in the form of Rapha explaining how exactly he likes to play as Omen and the different ways you can really look at the agent, not necessarily a support player. This is Rapha explaining how to use the Omen and tips on the Omen for you.
Hello, my name is Santosh Kumar and I'm Rapha from Team TAMILAS. Today I'm going to break down some of my plays in the Challenger series and give you guys insights on my favorite agent Omen.
I'll make them remember they're only human.
Back into the back corner. Good Molotov coming out
Remember this?
from Harry right there. Rapha just chilling up on his backup side. Paranoia does not hit. Probably going to get another
There's
kill.
a guy
Wolf
between
being the
there.
only one remaining. He doesn't know where he is. He's
Nice
still at the back of the
communication. Prior to this, I used my ultimate, which is, I can teleport anywhere on the map. So I used it, teleport from A side to B side and planted the bomb there. I knew it would take some time for them to rotate all the way from A side. So I just hid near the boat house and waited for them to come. As you can see, I didn't have the paranoia ability. So I just dry picked them. I got one kill. So the one thing I couldn't believe it, they didn't know I killed them from boat house. I guess they didn't communicate properly. Yeah.
Inspire other teams.
I remember this.
To keep trying and be dedicated, and you will get there. But right now, Rapha, aggressive through mid, finding 2 kills. Sierra going down as well as trump number 1. I mean, the spike carrier is down and an advantage for Team Tamilas. Last round
Easy
is
on
up.
tap.
Rapha is just tired of not being on the duelist. Gets 3 kills.
Give me all
Gets
the kills,
fourth. Rapha
please.
looking for it.
So we all know that Omen is a support player. You have to help your teammates center the site and all that. But the thing is, if you're confident on your aim and not afraid of your opponents, I really think you can very well try to get the opening kills for your team and be an entry fragger / lurker / support player rather than a full support player. As you can see, we were leading 10-1. I knew the opponents weren't fragging at all. So I just went in there to get all the kills and get a highlight clip so that I can win another monitor from TEC. So with Omen, you can adopt to different play styles. Both passive and aggressive. I'm an very aggressive player. I like to play very fast. I try to entry or sometimes lurk for my team. So the second tip is that since you get 2 smokes in the start of the round and it has only 30 seconds cooldown, you can do wonders with it. You can fake a bomb site, draw rotations, or do a wall of smokes for your teammates to cross. The third tip which I can give is very overpowered one-way smokes in every map. You can try to learn them. It will be very helpful to get the entry kills.
I mean, that was Rapha explaining to you exactly how the Omen works. I particularly like the idea that you can continuously change up how you approach the Omen, use him as a lurker, or even use him as an entry fragger. The potential is up to the sky, and it's up to you how you decide how to play that.
That is really true. Rapha with his aggressive omen plays, it was a real treat to watch. And with the tips that he came put forward, I am really gonna be applying those to my own games. And when I do play omen, I love to play hyper aggressively. I am a much more of an initiator, duelist type player, and when I put on a controller agent, omen is my favorite. But that is not gonna be the only thing because we are gonna be going into the match really shortly. This is gonna be a match of Team Tamilas versus EXCEELI Esports. As you know, EXCEELI last time around they had to forfeit the tournament because of some family complications coming up from the side of Hate Crew. Hopefully, his dad is a lot better coming into this match today.
Yeah, but that's not all. We have yet another special insight for you coming from Zolo on that breach. That breach going to be so important today. So let's take a look at what Zolo has to say on how to pick up that breach and how to stay good at that breach.
Hello, my name is Shiv Imtiaz. I'm Zolo from EXCEELI Esports. Today, I'm going to break down some of my plays in the Challenger Series and give you guys insights on my favorite agent, Breach.
No one beats me. No one.
Crew gets a kill using that shotgun. Zolo finds Buster. Now it's a 3v3 even matchup. And Zolo finds the third kill.
That's
Man, oh man,
okay.
Zolo.
So over here, what happened was like I was waiting for my teammates from showers. We were about to 3-2 split. When they were exactly pushing, I caught the Brimstone off guard. Instantly took 2 kills. So my main gameplay was to here wait and like as a breach, you can't push like as how Jet or Reina can entry or Phoenix can entry. So mainly I play breach to like wait my teammates, to be honest, because I can't go in. I just be the trade fragger or the third fragger.
Side of Tane Peak
Oh, I
on
remember
good
this one.
defense. Yeah, Zolo will get the kill on
Hit
Ghost.
took my
Hate
kill.
Crew with great defense, but Homecar's
Bye
gonna
bye,
fight too.
Phoenix.
Zolo gets a return kill. It's out to a 3v2.
Damn.
And Zolo
Why?
with a triple. He's taken out by Pekachill, the last
Why
man.
do I do this always? Basically, we kind of knew they're gonna hit B. This position is one of my favorite to play on B in bind when I'm playing defensive. Basically, I told SRB to wait for me and he did exactly that and nobody like, noticed me. I was there and I kind of took 3 kills from there. And at the end, I shouldn't do that. Like, bring out my flash. That's my, tip to you guys. Like, don't ever. If you want to play breach, like if you want to take a fight, just go head to it with rifle. Otherwise, don't. If you bring out your flash or cannon or anything, and if enemy peeks you at that moment, you're dead. First point, you can use breach as a support. I would say don't go alone. Find the perfect timing and tag along with a buddy so that you can flash for him and he can peek out. Tip number 2, play as a third, support your teammates. Always play from behind so that like it's a long range agent, so you can flash for them or trimmer them or do anything to help them from behind so that you can be in a good position to help them out and don't get caught off guard. Breach is not an easy agent to master. Have some patience. With enough practice, you guys will get the hang of it. At first, I was really struggling with Breach. I do still struggle, but with enough time I'm giving it, I am kinda like getting the best out of this agent. It's a very key agent, so I really encourage you guys to play this agent and suffer like me.
We know Zolo, we know his capabilities, and there it is.
That was how exactly you play the breach, play that initiator, and set up plays for your team. Zolo, crazy ever the playmaker, he's going to be a really important factor going into this rematch between EXCEELI and Team Tamilas. Now we'll take a quick look at the map screen, see exactly what we have in store for you guys in the best of 3 series. For EXCEELI and Team Tamilas, this is not just about the fact that this is a decided finals. This is not just about making it to the grand finals. For TT, it's a chance to take revenge against the EXCEELI that knocked them out of the tournament in Series 2. And for EXCEELI, it's about taking Bangladesh all the way to the grand finals. Ascent is going to be map 1 aggressive. Ascent, regularly known as EXCEELI's strongest map. And we saw TT falter in that yesterday. So this is EXCEELI's pick and their chance to take the lead in map 1.
It's their chance to take the lead, but especially on a map like Ascent, we know for a fact that TT, their backs have been against the wall when it came to this map, and especially with the pioneers of the breach strategy and the single duelist, they need to bring that to the game, and hopefully on the attacking phase, we're going to be seeing a lot of potential coming out from EXCEELI. Yesterday, they didn't really have the best run because of the complications, but hopefully today they're going to be bringing their A game, because this is the do or die situation if they're wanting to get into the grand finals.
Yeah, so for EXCEELI, it's really a question about establishing your dominance very early in map 1, because as you saw in the map screen, in map 2 and 3 we go to Haven and then Split. Haven, very regularly known as the Team TAMILAS staple, is one of their favorite maps, and then Split is where for me the big question mark comes in for both the teams, because we know how good Breach can be on Split. We saw how good Zolo was at explaining his plays when it comes to Breach, but at the same time, for Team Tamilas, we saw them take down Global Esports, one of the best teams on Split that we have known in the few series. So Team Tamilas, they also have to be confident on Split. Nevertheless, we have set ourselves up for an amazing, amazing series to come. So instantly, right off the bat, let's just talk about Ascent aggressive. Now, we practically know what the compositions are going to be for EXCEELI. It's going to be that solo duelist composition, missile on that jet, Zolo on that breach. For the side of EXCEELI though, I'm expecting a Phoenix jet duo duelist composition, flex on that jet and Rapha on that Phoenix with the Sova, Omen and the Cypher. So which composition do you prefer off the bat in, say, attacking side or defending side?
When it comes to the purity of the breach composition, I really love it on Ascent. But another thing that I would say is really important, because with the double duelist composition, you have that safety net of maybe, yeah, that one duelist going down. Yes, then we have another duelist right on our backline to try and go for a lot of those hyper aggressive plays. But the thing about breach is that if you try to go in for the lot of the plays yourself, you're just setting yourself up to fail. Let's say that missile just dies all of a sudden. There is nothing that the entirety of the team can do. Either Zolo needs to try and set up fancy hate crew or to do something in those rounds, but if he's not going to be able to, if missile dies out by some form of an accident, there's nothing that the entirety of EXCEELI can do. While from the side of TT with the double duelist composition, even if Rapha dies, or even if, let's say, Flex dies, there's still a high chance that one of them are going to be able to, like, okay boys, we got this, let's just go in, we're going to find a kill in some way, shape or form using the other duelist. So at the bare minimum, this all comes down to who dies first in either one of these compositions. If missile dies, or if one of the other duelists dies, or if TT smoke dies. If the smoke dies in a double duelist composition, then it's when it's gonna hurt the most when it comes to both defending and attacking.
Yeah, and the smoke really definitely so important when it comes to setting up the plays. But what I'm really curious about is something you said, is the idea of the first person dying in a round giving so much momentum. First bloods have been so impactful throughout the lower bracket semifinals, upper bracket semifinals, and the lower bracket finals as well. Because when teams so close are able to get first blood, not only does it give them that tiny momentum in that particular round, it also gives them a chance to like punish the other team for being a man down, and we don't get to see as much punishment in the lower brackets of the game. Decider finals, EXCEELI Esports versus Team Tamilas. We're going into game, and as we expected, very standard compositions coming in from both teams. It's going to be Zoid on the Omen, as we expect Jin on the Sova, Rapha on the Phoenix, and Jet on the Flex on the Jet. Is going to be Stoner on his trusty Cypher. For the side of EXCEELI, exact same compositions as well. Now, EXCEELI, they're starting on attack, and yesterday we didn't get to see as much from them on attack, so we're definitely looking at EXCEELI to make sure that they are able to make their mark on attack, because their composition with the breach, as you said, really all about setting up plays and taking the fight to the other team. Now, EXCEELI on the attack, pushing in through catwalk, will find Zoid. Zoid will just step back, throw out the paranoia to delay their push a little bit, and pull back further. EXCEELI, they went for the mid catwalk into A push, but Zoid just holds on.
Zone, and he is able to back off, but they have they have the entirety of the mid on their side. Market though is still gonna be an issue if they're not gonna be pushing onto the east side. Slowly they're gonna be going, and shock darts are coming out from the side of Hate Crew, but the cavalry is here, and Team Tamilas, they know for a fact it's gonna be a heavy A stack, but they're going for market control instead. So they're gonna be dropping out really shortly with the smoke going off from the side. They need to play their cards right, and they're playing it so slow. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. No site has yet been hit. And Zolo, he's just waiting out on the back corner. He's setting up his flashes, gonna be moving forward really shortly. But Rapha, he has his aim trained. He has not been flashed out. One has been spotted from the side. Missile jumping in onto the back end, trying to get one. He's gonna be able to find it. Going back into the side. Rapha pushing up slowly. They don't know where exactly he is. So, oh no, Zolo, he's gonna get caught out, but Zolo coming up on top of that engagement is able to take him out. This is gonna be a 3 versus 4 post-plan scenario coming out from their side, and in the back lane, it's gonna be Fancy doing the damage, but Zoid answers back immediately with a well-placed headshot to take him down. Flex as well, getting 1 kill onto 8 crew, who was not able to get the shots off, and it's just gonna be Missile and Zolo chilling out on the back lane, but Zoid has something to say about that, but Missile answering back with the 1-tap. He's looking to close it out. He has the chance. 1v1 against this clone. He is doing the damage. 7 bullets. He needs to survive this. He needs to get that 1-tap, but no 1-tap required, and a 1 HP clutch coming out for Missile. He woke up on the right side of the bed today, and he is wanting to set Team TAMILAS home.
That's exactly what you want to see from the sole duelists in your composition. The team is like, bro, we got you to this position, we got the spike planted, we got into sight, and we set ourselves up well. Now we leave it to you. And Missile, he shows up huge, getting 2 headshots on people right against it on either side. Team TAMILAS, they tried, they got the man advantage, and it was a 3v1 scenario, but Missile coming up huge, winning duel after duel after duel. Picks up round 1 for EXCEELI, and in a brilliant fashion, EXCEELI start off their attacking side. Now for TT, it's gonna be an eco round. For EXCEELI, it's gonna be the buy round with only Zolo saving. Missile already gonna get a kill. TT, they're going for the eco rush, even on defensive side. 2 of them down so far. All of TT pushing in aggressively. Now Flex down at attacker spawn will get a kill for himself. Hey Crew finds that return onto Flex, and already it's a 4v2 situation.
4v2, and Rapha forced out of his corner is able to get 1 kill though from his side. Let's take one on Zoid with the frenzy. He's able to take out another 2 versus 1 is the scenario though, ladies and gentlemen. They have the spike in hand. Knows for a fact he's going on to A, but they're all just going into their waiting arms of Zoid. This is just gonna be such a dangerous push, but Fancy, he spots him out. He does not die. When missing the headshot is gonna hurt him a tiny little bit, but this Frenzy is running out of bullets as we are gonna be speaking, ladies and gentlemen. 13 bullets, and Zoid, he cannot miss a single shot, or else this is just over.
Zoid, in a very rare situation, actually short of bullets and a man down, but this is Team TAMILAS' eco round. Anything then Zoid can get extra will be huge. Now Zoid will peek Missile with the Spectre, yet another triple will be able to take him down. EXCEELI come out swinging in the first few rounds and able to take that 2-0 lead, but that was an expensive round for EXCEELI with 2 Spectres going down on their side. So this will be the investment round for both teams, but EXCEELI, they'll come into this round with a small disadvantage. I expect a couple players to be carrying the Spectres over that they were able to save. For this Team TAMILAS, this is the round to push back, because even though EXCEELI are favored on attack because of their composition and style of play, Ascent still very much a good map for defenders. So Team TAMILAS have to make sure that the lead is not too much in the favor of EXCEELI. Now 2-0, EXCEELI, they spread out. A couple members down at B, a couple members down at A, and only Ace looking down mid to catch out any rotations. The drone from the side of TT will come out in B side. Will not spot anything just yet except that Cypher cage. Get that little bit of knowledge. For TT, it's Zoid leading so far with 4 kills. He's really coming up huge with the frenzy. For the side of EXCEELI, it's that solo duelist in Missile just coming up humongous. Now you can see Missile and Frenzy, they have Spectres. TT have only assault rifles. So this is the round for TT to fight back. And EXCEELI, they recognize this. They're playing it very slow. They're looking for picks. They're playing it extremely cautious. Now looking for the rotate, expecting them to go towards mid catwalk and then choose to either go to A or B.
And Hate Crew, they're actually going around entirely onto the B side, leaving Zolo as the lone lurker on their side. But Team TAMILAS, they're not really fighting for mid control as we expected them to. I expected Rapha to go for a much more aggressive peek on the mid, gather information, try and go for a pick, but we are looking at a very heavy stack on this B with 30 seconds left on the clock. They need to start executing, and they need to start executing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the smoke does not connect fully. Jin using one of the recon bolts to spot out Missile, and he spots out 2 members at the bare minimum. Rapha coming in from the side of Market. He's able to spray down Ace. taking him out.
10 seconds
And
left.
Rapha is already into the side, but right behind him, it's gonna be Flex being like, peekaboo, I see you, and Jin with his amazing shock start finds everyone from the side of EXCEELI, is able to take him out, and such an amazing defense coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. And EXCEELI, from their side, they ran the clock a bit too much, and that is where it hurt them the most pushing forward.
Yeah, the thing is, like, about your point about TT not taking mid control, I think it has a lot to do with TT understanding what they prefer to play in terms of how the round goes, and understanding what EXCEELI like to do as well. We've seen continuously, time and time again, EXCEELI so good at using that breach and the jet dash to be able to take mid control and surprise their opponents. TT is like, you know what, that's completely okay. We'll take a step back and we'll defend our sites and we'll go for the retakes. When you play it really slow, that's where it's going to benefit us. We talked about how good Team TAMILAS are in terms of discipline and in retakes, and that's exactly why they're able to pick up that buy round for themselves now. For EXCEELI, this next round will end up being eco of sorts for them, having invested significantly into that last round. So for TT, it's a chance to make it even and continue the economic run. You see, for EXCEELI, besides the Spectre on Hekru, everyone, they're going to be going for the pistols, not much money to spare. What I'm really curious about though is how, like, I think mid is where the entire game is going to be decided, but the way TT are playing it, it opens it to a bit of sort of mind games from either teams, because TT want EXCEELI to come into mid, they want EXCEELI to funnel into the mid garden area or funnel into mid completely and go towards A, because TT, they feel very strong when they're fighting on their own terms, defending from the very back and going for the retakes. But the same goes for EXCEELI. They love taking mid control and they love having the option of having both open. So with both teams sort of being in their comfort zone, it's going to come down to execution. Now EXCEELI once again on the attack, they're switching it up. They're going for a fast execute down A, I think.
Yeah, let's execute this. This is going to be their eco round, so this is of course an eco rush for their side. But Stoner, he has the camera in hand and he's just going to be waiting it out, spots out missile from the tip of his head, and is going to be spotted out by the owl drone. Just spot him out at the bare minimum, but we're going to be the rolling thunder coming out. But Stoner, he's not going to be hit by any of it. And an amazing flash coming up from Rapha to take those kills from the side. And that is what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Team TAMILAS take round number 2. Such a well executed round and such good backup came out from the side of Rapha with that flash. Him able to get those 2 kills, and of course Stoner under heaven just chilling out, able to get another one. And that is how it goes. 2-2 is the scoreline for both sides, and Team TAMILAS, they're looking really strong.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, Team TAMILAS able to pick up that advantage round for themselves. That was eco rush coming out from EXCEELI, but they chose to invest the rolling thunder in it, not getting much value out of it. Rapha just completely denying that push with his flash. Now Flex with the operator, going to be looking down mid, will miss his shot, will go really low. Flex, he needs to try to get out of here, but he's cornered. He will be taken down by missile. Flex not really panning out, and the breach, the anti-op agent coming up huge. Now the drone will come out from 8 crew, spot Zoid out. Zoid will use the paranoia to delay the push and just step back. Jin throws out the shock darts to help out a little bit, and EXCEELI, they have a man advantage and they've taken the catwalk control. Now they just have to decide if they want to push into A or if they want to rotate into B.
This decision is going to be pivotal for their side. They don't really have a lot of control, but they're shifting towards this A side. But it's going to be a massacre if they execute as of right now. They're pushing it in slowly, but they're all just waiting outside of A. But no rotations are yet to be coming on through. And Team TAMILAS, they went for the over-rotate, but at the same time, Rapha, I think he's having an identity crisis. He doesn't know where to go just yet, but with the execution coming out onto this A side and the footsteps just raining true and supreme, Zoid will take one on the Anti, but Hate Crew answers back immediately, and the spike is just about to go down. Running back has been used from his side, and he's gonna be able to take down Ace, and another one on the vessel, and a headshot on the Zolo. Is insane. Rapha coming in massive from the side of Team TAMILAS. Those are the headshots and those are the digs that you want to see coming out from such an aggressive player such as Rapha's caliber.
That's the perfect usage of the running back, and this is why time and time again I say TT on the retake. That's a very scary sight, Rapha. He just shows over you're dead. straight up just walks in, gets that spike carrier down, gets missile down, and enables Stoner and Jin to be able to push in and clean up towards the end. Rapha now giving TT the lead, getting yet another buy round win for TT, and making sure that that up investment actually did pan out for themselves. Now going into the next round, EXCEELI, they're going to be on the eco, so for them it's really about trying something different, because one of the biggest things we saw when GE was able to take down Team TAMILAS in Ascent was that Global Esports were continuously unpredictable in the way they were approaching a particular round, and for EXCEELI, they need to do exactly that. I really like the fact that in the last round they got that pick onto Flex, but then choosing to go onto the A side where Team TAMILAS is expecting you really ended up being their downfall. I want to see a lot more rotations coming out from EXCEELI. I want to see a lot more just creative gameplay, because Team TAMILAS, when you play meta with them, they will just beat you for it.
Like, Team TAMILAS, they know how to adapt really quickly, and that is where their strength lies. So, playing against a team of their calibers, you need to, at the bare minimum, try and see how many strats you can pull off against them. Always mix up the strategies that you do have, not let them adapt, not let them adopt a strategy against your specific attacking strat. And that is how you're going to be winning. Because Team TAMILAS as a team, we have seen this time and time again, when you give them the chance, when you allow them to understand you, when you allow them to break you down, that's when they are the most dangerous. Against a team like GE, they pulled off some amazing plays, and when your players are individually talented to this level, you cannot really allow anything to happen from the side of EXCEELI, because one mistake and it's all over, and you're gonna be going up again. This is gonna be another eco rush for their side. Missile holding up with the Sheriff in hand, does get flashed out a little bit, but Ace with the Stinger is able to clean up his clone from the side. And Jin, he's the only one sitting on this short angle, does get paranoid out, and he needs to back off, but mid control is in the favor for the side of EXCEELI. Which side will that go on is the real question.
You see the way TT like to play though, they just set up that one side for trap fire in mid, and then they back off. That trap fire now gonna give away information. Flex will find that kill onto the lurking Zolo in a 4v4 situation after that kill from Flex. And EXCEELI, they're going for the B side. Jin and Stoner holding it down though. Get to, you see, Fancy, he gets flashed out, runs away. Stoner holding it down will get that kill onto Hekru. Pulls out his pistol, he's run out of bullets, and Fancy now in a corner, getting swarmed by multiple angles. Fancy will find one tap. Just one tap, now able to find yet another. It'll be Rapha finishing it off, making it 4-2 for Team TAMILAS, and really nice eco rush into rotation by EXCEELI to try to get a couple picks. But Team TAMILAS ever so strong with their discipline, making sure that they have one person covering another side in case of rotations, able to hold it down very well.
They held it down so well, and they held it hard, ladies and gentlemen. No over rotations, and the trust in Stoner's ability to be able to hold out for just a little while longer, as Rapha made that rotation in to give his trusty little Cypher some backup. But this is going to be a heavy stag going onto this A-long angle, and Team TAMILAS, they're hoping to push it out, but again, EXCEELI, they're going back onto this A side.
EXCEELI once again going for the A side. I see missiles, he's left in base, so I'm expecting some sort of technical issues coming in for a missile, and that's gonna really hurt for themselves. You can see for the side of Team TAMILAS, Flex, he has the operator, hasn't really popped off the way we expect him to, but that's okay, because today you see Rapha just completely popping off on the other duelists. And as we were talking about, this is the sort of advantage of having multiple duelists. You don't really have to rely on just the pressure coming in from one person now. Hekru will pop out that Hunter's Fury, will tag one, not get the kill. He'll try to use the shock dart to try to finish it off. We'll see if he can do that. But right now it's Jin being able to take down EXCEELI. Ace. Jin makes it 5v4 for the side of EXCEELI. 5v3 with Missile not being really able to show up. And right now, Team TAMILAS, they're just looking extremely strong on defense, holding down multiple sites at a time. Now Zolo will find that kill onto Zoid. Fancy will yet another onto Jin. EXCEELI, they're taking control of site A.
They're taking full control, and with so many flashes and Flex being so blind, he's probably cursing on the top of his lungs, being like, breach! Why you do this to me? And just as I say, Zolo comes in from the heavens and he's like, yeah, I got the one tap to my name and I'm gonna be able to find it. With Hate Crew as well coming out from the side, he has that Vandal in hand, takes off Rapha's head. But again, Missile, here comes the cavalry, here comes the guy with the classic, but Fancy cleans it up, taking out his own clone from the side. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the comeback round for the side of EXCEELI. 4-3 is the scoreline moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. I think EXCEELI picking up that round is so huge in the way that for them, it's about making sure that even without Missile starting off that round, he came back towards the end. EXCEELI using that breach to perfection, like shutting down one of the best players for the side of Team TAMILAS in their match against GE yesterday, which was Flex. Flex really not able to do much in this matchup because time and time again, he has the breach abilities thrown in his face, and as the operator, the breach really is the agent you do not love being just like shoved into your face. I'll have to see if Flex, can he find a work around that? He's now made his way onto B side, still has the operator looking to make it work. EXCEELI though, 5-man strong in A. This is gonna be a slow push into A main, A short, before they make a fast execute onto the site in itself now. For EXCEELI, what I'm really looking for is the smokes coming out as a Q. They pick up that ult point, you can see. Breach doing just that. And the Rolling Thunder with the help of that ult point will come out. EXCEELI, they're going for that A push. Now they will spot out multiple members. No kills so far yet. All of Team TAMILAS playing it slow, waiting for their team to come out before they look for the retake.
Team TAMILAS really smart play from their side to give away the side control. They did not really force it out. But Rapha coming in from the side, even when though he was stunned out, was able to get a well-placed headshot onto Hate Crew to take him out. This is gonna be a 4 versus 3 scenario though, but we get a 3 versus 2 scenario instead. Ladies and gentlemen, Stoner though extremely low on the side is gonna be using the bomb, but no one's going onto the defuse. He's gonna be able to find it. 8 taking out 1. He spots out Rapha. He's gonna be taken out as well. 1v1 is the actual scenario, but halfway done, it's just gonna be Flex coming in from the side, and a well-placed flick shot from his end is gonna be able to take him out. And Team TAMILAS 5-3 is the scoreline moving forward.
I mean, I was just saying Flex really hasn't gotten a chance to show up, but when it really matters in the end of that round, able to hold it down strong. Stoner, like this has just become classic signature Stoner. If he sticks the number 4 button and goes for the diffuse, that finger is not coming off the number 4 button. He's going for the full diffuse, so you have to peek him. And his team plays so well around that, able to cover him. Even though Stoner goes down, he gets the half diffuse point through and make sure that he's able to get covered up by this trades coming out for his teams. Flex with that operator though, with that flick towards the end, finishing it off for Team TAMILAS, makes it 5-3. Now EXCEELI, they won the round before the last round, so they're still able to afford full buys, but they will not be able to do so if they lose this round yet again. And for Team TAMILAS on defense, is about holding down strong. Now Flex down in B, will miss his shot and will back off. EXCEELI, they're just spreading out, going towards mid catwalk, looking to get that mid cubby control while lurking towards B. EXCEELI 3 members pushing into A now. A seems to be preferred for EXCEELI.
It's heavily preferred, and with the Outrun taking control over that angle, they're gonna be moving forward. Stoner though coming in from the back end is able to take down 1 onto Ace, and Zoid coming in from his angle as well takes 1 onto Hate Crew. 2 members have gone down from the side of attack, and Stoner, he's just chilling under heaven. They know exactly where he is, but Flex, he has their phone numbers, he has the operator in hand, and Fancy, he was so low. He could have been taken out right there from the side of the operator, but Fancy answers back onto his own clone, being able to take out 1. Going into a 3 versus 3 scenario, it's going to be the operator on hand, and everyone has been found out from the side of EXCEELI. They know their last on positions, but Zolo with his ever so daunting breach is able to flash out multiple different members, able to hold strong for just a little while longer, and every single concuss is hitting, but Missile takes 1 onto Jin. But everyone from the side of Team TAMILAS answers back with their own kills. Fancy in these 1v2 scenarios is the member that you want to be seeing, but Rapha with the backup is going to be able to help out his teammate, and poor old Flex has to die out, but still the spike diffuse goes in the favor of Team TAMILAS. 6-3 is the scoreline moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. And Team TAMILAS, they're having such a dominant yet at the same time close performance against EXCEELI.
Yeah, Team Tamilas currently just reigning strong against EXCEELI. But as you said, each round is intensely close, and it comes down to these players making just massive outplays. Flex with that dash especially, like really functioning as the entry fragger of sorts on the retake for Team Tamilas, able to divert so much attention from himself to himself and allow Rapha to take over the side completely, get multiple kills. Now 6-3 for Team Tamilas. EXCEELI, they barely have the eco to go for full buys this round, so they really need to make it work. EXCEELI, they're going to their true and tested strategy. Mid control is the name of the game, and that's exactly what EXCEELI are looking to do. But Flex is holding it down. Flex will miss his shot and back up. Flex is going for another peek. Will not be able to connect that and just back up. Now the running back will come from the side of Rapha. Rapha will not find a kill. Instead, he gets the information that EXCEELI funneling in towards B side from market. Now EXCEELI, all of them towards B. Is Jin holding it down? Jin will find one. Flex with another. Jin holding it strong for Team Tamilas right now from Boathouse.
He's trying to hold that strong, but the damage he's doing is quite heavy for the side of EXCEELI. They have taken out multiple different members, but finally side control has been established, going into a 2 versus 2. Everyone from the side of EXCEELI sitting on that boathouse. They're trying to play it smart. They're trying to play it sword. Both of the clones alive for both sides. This is going to be such an important round in their favor to try and make it even Stevens at the bare minimum, or take the 5 rounds off the attacking half. And Zoid and Stoner versus the two friends from their side, being Ace and Fancy, holding it out, holding strong for just a little while longer. The site has been completely stormed into. Information has been gathered, but Fancy with the spray down is able to connect 2 headshots from his side. Such a well-played round from the side of EXCEELI. And these are such scrappy fights coming out from both teams. There's nothing clean. Trades are coming in. Every single kill is dropping. Every single body is counting down. And Team Tamilas, they're looking predominant, but EXCEELI, they're answering back so strongly as well.
The thing is, for the side of EXCEELI, the first time we ever saw this composition, the idea of the breach with the solo duelist really come to strength was against the Team Tamilas in Series 2. Since then, they've refined it. They've really adopted it, made it one of their signature strategies, and really made it work. Now, EXCEELI running it back against that same team, looking to make it even on the scoreline, 6-4. Team Tamilas, they're forced onto the eco after that last round. Yet another chance for EXCEELI to pull back something in this round, and then look towards that last final round of the first wave for the even. Now Zolo will find one onto Flex. Stoner lurking with his ghost, not able to do much. It'll be Zolo with his second. 5v3 for EXCEELI already, and A side is completely empty.
His side is completely empty, but it's gonna be poor little Zoid. But he has that classic in hand and the right click straight through. Able to take one on the missile, but the gun, it fell down. He needs to go down to pick it up, and Fancy, he takes one, but Zoid, he's such a massive player. This guy, forget Rapha in this situation. Zoid is like, I'm the new Rapha now. I'm the hyper-aggressive moment, and I get them one taps. That is how Zoid does it, ladies and gentlemen. 1v2 is the scenario, but this is going to be a tall order for the side of Zoid if he's willing to go in for this play. But ladies and gentlemen, with EXCEELI having the Hunter's Fury available, this defuse seems literally impossible.
You have to see if Zoid can make it work. Gets revealed by that recon bolt. Throws out the dark cover towards long to delay it a bit more. Now we'll get paranoia and sprayed by Heykru. Heykru finishing it off, makes it 6-5 for the side of EXCEELI. And in this last round, EXCEELI, they have a chance to make it even. But for Team Tamilas, they really do need to try to take the lead, because while EXCEELI is a really good team on attack, defends the generally favored side for Ascent. So TT, I feel like they would be much more comfortable if they had at least a 2-round lead going into the next half. They echoed in that last round to be able to get the full buys this round. Flex once again on the operator. Missile dose picked up one for himself. So we'll have to see which jet reigns supreme. Flex right now holding down mid, will have to back off because of the recon bolt, and to make sure he's defending mid in a defensive manner. Hunter's Fury will come out from both players, but it'll be Jin taking down 8 crew. Jin is like, how dare you use my ability at the same time as me? I'll show you how it's done. Makes it 5v4 for Team Tamilas, and EXCEELI just stopped in their tracks.
Shadows traveling.
The Sova going down, they don't really have a lot of information on their side to work with, especially in a scenario such as this. They are gonna have such a hard time trying to push it onto a side because they need to push it really dry, and they are gonna need to do it without any forms of information. They're looking for a heavy B side take though. This time around, it's just gonna be Ace lurking out on the middle side, trying to find a pick onto Flex. They know for a fact that Flex is going to be playing with that operator onto this mid side. It is his favorite position, and he has been doing it every single round. So a good call out from their side, but they need to start executing soon. 30 seconds left on the clock, and we have
30
seen what
seconds
happens
left.
when they run the clock for this long, ladies and gentlemen. Jin, though, he is sitting it out with his friend Rapha on the sidelines on this Phoenix, but with the smoke going out and the dark covers is being used, missile getting spotted out from his side because of the recon ball. Shock darts are going to be raining in Supreme as well, but Rapha chilling out on the back corner is able to find two, and Fleck with the backstab is able to take out Zolo from the side. The scoreline is going to be going to a 7-5. Good shot coming out from Ace, but with 1 second left on the clock, not much that they can do. As Team Down, let's make it 7-5, go moving into the next half.
Switching
That
sides.
recon bolt from Jin, we're gonna see it right here in the replay. This recon bolt, as soon as he hears the rolling thunder coming through, sends it towards the B lane, able to spot out member after member after member, just set up Rapha brilliantly to be able to find those kills for himself. Rapha takes down Fancy, takes down the spike carrier, and the round instantly just over for EXCEELI. Ace, he was trying to follow up with his team through mid, but with the spike carrier going down deep into sight, his team TAMILAS making it 7-5. Now, that was just the first half. The side's gonna switch now. It's gonna be TT going into attack, EXCEELI on defense. We'll have to see how TT is able to make this work. If they go for the mid control, like we usually like in Ascent, or they go for fast executes onto a particular side. Right now, they were going towards B, but they, in the last minute, decided for a rotate towards A, and now all of them looking to A for a possible execute onto A.
They're all looking to push up slowly, ladies and gentlemen, but they're trying to hold strong against a team such as EXCEELI. Stoner, though, he has stones of steel, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking a peek battle, but no one from the side of EXCEELI is showing any forms of information. They're just gonna be waiting out. Fancy going in for the jiggles, uses the camera to see what he can find, but being such a heavy rush coming onto the side, they're gonna be rushing on in, and ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be Flex going in from the side, but everyone from the side of EXCEELI, they're raiding it, the one tap. Look at the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, because they are just raiding it heads, but Jin answers back with his own headshots. He has only 10 HP, taking out 3 members away from the side of EXCEELI, but it's just gonna be Missile versus Jin. One taps only is what Jin's name has to be, because he has no choice but to go in for the rotate onto B, but time is gonna be so low if he's gonna go in for this rotation, or if he's gonna go through A into the short angle. But a smart play coming out from Jin, wrapping all the way around, going onto this B side, and having no killjoy, he doesn't really have to worry about those straight turrets trying to kill him out in these seconds. But Missile, he didn't get the play, and Jin, he's gonna be able to get the spike down. 8 seconds left on the clock, and it's gonna be going into a post-point scenario. 1 versus 1 is the game.
10 HP for Jin, full HP for Flex. Jin needs to find him immediately, and not looking in the right direction will get taken down. Missile able to find that kill onto Jin. Jin with the heroics, able to get kill after kill with his one taps and get the spike plant for the extra bit of credits, but his Missile who holds strong. And then this round, I feel like Ace was just angry. He's like, guys, in that last round, I didn't even get to really participate. My team lost the round before I got to get a few kills. So he's like, let me just show you guys how to hold down his site. Gets a triple kill for himself. Denies Team TAMILAS' A push altogether. And even though towards the end, Jin had some heroics, with just 10 HP, he's not able to get that round. Well done by Jin, but even better done by EXCEELI to make it 7-6 now. Team TAMILAS, they're going for the first buy, instantly making this round spicy. We'll have to see if this works out. Team TAMILAS with one of their signature plays now. That first buy gonna come out the smokes. Smokes are gonna go towards mid. Team Tamilas, they're setting themselves up for a B execute, sort of faking out their push before they commit to anything in particular. All 5 members towards B though, so B is where the action is gonna happen, and it's Missile and Hey Crew holding it down. The hot hands will come out, the smokes will come out, the flashes will come out, and it's go time for Team Tamilas. All 5 of them into sight, no one dead just yet, but Missile holding it down will find one. Stoner and Rapha though instantly reply, and Missile towards the tail will find Stoner, make it 3v3. The spike is down and it's still on the lane, so TT in a difficult position.
In a really difficult position, and Jin stands not the wallbangable with a Spectre, but Rapha answers back onto Ace. He's able to take down one. This goes into a 2 versus 3 scenario, moving forward for the side of Team Tamilas. Zoid does have the plant in hand, and he's able to get it out for their side, but everyone's just chilling out on inside outside. But Rapha answers back on the Missile, taking him out. He is looking for them kills, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be fancy with the Spectre, but with the Spectre on these type of angles, it's gonna be so difficult to get any wallbang kills for his side. Spots out, Jane's chilling out on the back lines, but everyone is they're just holding angles, and he doesn't know where Rapha is exactly. And Fancy, he's having such a panic scenario, 3 members remaining, he's able to find one, he's looking for another one, but Jin answers back from the back upside in the boathouse, able to take him out, and 8-6 goes to the score line. And Team Tamilas, they are looking dominant with that force buy.
Definitely, that force buy coming out huge for Team Tamilas, able to make it 8-6 for themselves and sort of push EXCEELI down in terms of economy. Now for them, EXCEELI, this is going to be an eco round unless they decide to force buy themselves. So a chance for Team Tamilas to make the lead 3 rounds in their favor. 8-6, Team Tamilas, they're going to be able to afford buys into this round. EXCEELI, they have to go for the eco. We'll have to see if EXCEELI can make it work. If they be going for some sort of aggressive push, will not happen though, because Jin, continuing in his form, one of the newest members for Team Tamilas, but has been nothing short of phenomenal. Finds first blood. Stoner carries on that regard with another kill for himself, and it's 5v3 for TT already.
Playing it so well, but Ace, he answers back with a frenzy and he's like, I'm an angry boy and I will kill you all. That is the Jin, that is the Ace that we know and love. But this is gonna be a very tall order for their side though, but Ace being able to take a gun for his side is gonna even out the odds just a tiny bit more. But with everyone storming in onto the B side, have the control on their angle. But Stoner, he's just gonna be sitting out on the market angle, and 3 angry members of EXCEELI, they're rushing him down really shortly, and he needs to get out at the bare minimum. But Stoner with the Spectre is able to take down 3 at the bare least. But Ace answers back with his own kill, does a little bit of damage economically towards the side of TT, but in the long run, how much is this gonna work out in their favor? But Ace, we all know how good he is in these clutch scenarios. Hopefully he's gonna be able to take it out. Slowly moving forward onto this angle, spots out the jiggle, coming out from the side of Jin, goes in for the shots, but not enough time, and he goes in for the save. Another round for the side of Team Tamilas, making it 9-6.
9-6 for TT. Ace will find an exit frag onto Jin towards the end, but will be avenged by Flex. 9-6 for Team Tamilas, and right now Team Tamilas really starting to sort of establish the momentum for themselves. But this next round is exactly where like you look at the momentum for the rest of the second half come through. Like you see, for both of the teams, their hard work, it will be poured all of it into this round. This is the buy round for EXCEELI. Missile with the operator, really looking at him to step up if EXCEELI are to make a comeback in this second half. Missile with just 10 kills, not really being the ideal solo duelist you want, not able to find his groove just yet, but knowing how good he is, I'm sure he'll do it extremely soon. Rapha and Jin leading it for Team Tamilas, 16 and 13 kills. Jin just on point, whether he's on Sova or Breach now. The Hunter's Fury will come out from Jin. Just as I was saying, he gets one tag. Will not find the kill just yet though. Missile with the operator holding down mid will be able to find Zoid. Missile don't miss. Missile really starting to step up, making the operator work now. 5v4 for the side of EXCEELI, and TT, they're towards A. Even though a man went down in B, 3 members still holding for EXCEELI at A, showing an immense amount of discipline.
The brain games coming out from the side of EXCEELI, they are really looking good because think of it like this. They're playing it out for the information. They're playing it slow. They're playing it disciplined. And this is the EXCEELI that we know and love when it comes to these attacking halves. But Flex, he's really far into B, able to get one on the missile coming out from the side. He's looking for another one on the back of side. But everyone from the side of Team TAMILAS, they're going to be rushing in onto the B side. But with Hate Crew taking him down. This is just going to be another identity crisis for the side of Team TAMILAS. Probably the call out was, hey boys, I think the B side is clear. We should make the rotation, but immediately getting taken down. They need to start executing onto this A side immediately. 20 seconds left on the clock. Make it 15. Ace has their phone number, calls them up, and Jin goes down from the side. 2 more members, angry members from the side of Team TAMILAS storming in. Stoner not checking the right angle, and Ace with a well-played headshot coming out onto the side of Rapha. The running back has no value for this round. And such an amazing and well-played defense coming out from the side of EXCEELI with only 1 member going down.
He's holding it so well from under the rafters, able to not just delay the push, but find that kill onto Jin, who is not paranoid. Ace just wins that 1v1 duel straight up, then has to handle both Stoner and the running back from the side of Rapha, takes both of them down and just doesn't give enough time to Team TAMILAS to be able to push it back. 9-7 now. EXCEELI winning that buy round is absolutely instrumental for them to be able to come back. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard, see the buys for TT. It's going to be a full buys with a couple of light shields coming in for Jin and Stoner. So TT's economy now starting to hurt since it went back-to-back rounds. CT not really able to get that massive economic cushion that you normally would expect from a team with a lead. Now Flex though, Flex starts it off once again with a kill onto Fancy. TT, they have Stoner lurking down A, and all of them now executing into B. Stoner will rotate with his team. Rapha pushing in. He's the entry fragger. Will find a kill onto Hey Crew. Now Zolo holding it down. There's a really low flex, but Zolo instead chooses to go on the side. Will not take down Jin. Will be able to take down Rapha and Jin. Stoner control. Finds a flick onto Zoid 3v2, and he's going for the defuse.
He's going for the defuse and portal missile. No, the right click does not connect. And this is just such a accident for both sides. Halfway defused though for their side. Stoner jumps down immediately. He tries to find one. It's just gonna be Ace versus the entire world. He has only 2 HP and a dream, ladies and gentlemen. If Flex goes down, there is a high chance he's gonna be able to find it. Does not spot out the gun barrel. And oh no, such an amazing round coming out from the side of Zolo, but one unfortunate right click. That is Jet roulette for you, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why I hate using the right click when it comes to Jet. That one play, we are going to be watching it on instant replay. We need to watch it once more. That is so unfortunate coming out from the side of Missile, and such a scrappy round. I thought that EXCEELI had it all, but Team TAMILAS, they came out on top, making it a 10-7 scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, after Zolo's play, Zolo just absolutely crazy with that aim, with the sort of trigger control. Even though he sees Jin, he's like, no wait, I'm gonna take down Rapha first, and then I'll be able to take down Jin instantly. Then with that nasty flick, finds his third. Goes for the diffuse as well. Zolo with insane plays, almost pulling it off for EXCEELI, but it was Flex. Flex holding it down strong from B main, able to take down Zolo, able to get Team TAMILAS the man advantage once again, and then with the help of Stoner, able to finish off that round. Now Zolo holding down mid, will find that first kill onto Rapha. Zolo, his team lost the round, but he got a ton of momentum in that round. We'll see if he can make it work. Stoner though, with that spray through the smoke, will find the kill onto Zolo. Make it 4v4. TT, they have mid control, and they're looking to funnel in into side B.
Been looking to go in for the funnel, but there's gonna be a Hate Crew chilling out on the long angle. They're gonna be checking the corner. It's gonna be Stoner being able to find it, but Missile with a well-placed flick shot finds one, but Stoner answers back immediately. This is gonna be going into a 2 versus 3 scenario though, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward into this fight. Slowly gonna be going in, but with the dark covers coming out from every single angle, but Ace answers back with his own dark cover. Being able to take some form of position moving forward, but with the spam coming out from the side of the boathouse, they know exactly where they are. With one position being found out, Ace getting caught out from the sidelines because of Jin and the recon bolt coming through as well. He's just getting spammed through the box so often, and Stoner, he's looking out for that Ace, and he gets it. And that is how this Cypher plays, and this is the Stoner that we've been missing out for the last couple of days when we see TD's matches. This is the Stoner that we want to see. And ladies and gentlemen, this is 11-7, the scoreline for the side of Team TAMILAS. They are coming back so hard, and they are showing such a dominant performance coming forward. There's going to be those 3 members, but with trusty old Stoner on the Cypher, it's just going to be so difficult to get any forms of defense off.
Stoner being the avalanche to EXCEELI's hopes and dreams, able to just destroy them last round with that ace. He started it off with that opening kill in through the smokes, finishes it off with the double for himself, a clear ace. Now, as you saw on the scorecard, Team TAMILAS, they'll be able to afford full buys after that round, but for EXCEELI, they will not be able to do the same. It has to be an eco round, and that's a really scary sight, because if it goes to 12-7 for Team TAMILAS, EXCEELI, they have to win round after round just to push it to overtime. Right now, EXCEELI really on the back foot. Remember, map 1 is EXCEELI's map pick, and they really need to try to push this win for themselves, because we all know exactly how strong Team TAMILAS can be. We all know the fact that we saw the same maps yesterday aggressive. We saw Haven, Ascent, and Split, and the only map Team TAMILAS lost was Ascent. So if they're able to win Ascent here, going into the next Haven and Split, for themselves, they're going to have so much confidence and so much belief. EXCEELI, this is their moment to fight back. We'll see if they're able to do it.
They have that potential, they have that momentum in their favor, but it's just gonna be so much more difficult if they don't win out this round. 11-7 is the scoreline. We're gonna be looking at Zoid. He's just doing the dance right in front of Stoner, a ritual of a sort, as Rapha is just gonna be watching it from his angle. Does not look right from any one of our angles, but he's just gonna be chilling out. And Stoner is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we can continue really shortly. But what I really want to say from the side of EXCEELI is that they need to try and coordinate just a little bit more. Coordination seems to be not as high, and morale seems to be a little bit low from their side. They won so many rounds, but after losing this many and slowly going towards match point, it is an 11-7, 1 round away from crunch time. They need to try and gather their momentum, gather their feelings, and channel it into their own plays. Zolo leading the charge with 70 kills on his side. Everyone is trailing back on the 13 and 12 though. They need to try and step up. They need to try and go in for much of the coordinated plays that we know that the side of EXCEELI can bring. It's going to be force buys coming out from their angle, just because this is 11, and either they fight for the overtime or they fight to go towards that 11 scoreline so they have a chance of closing it out.
Yeah, for the side of EXCEELI, I definitely recommend force buys here, because you really don't want to be pushed into the back foot on the next round. And more importantly, if you do go for the force buy and lose here, the lose streak bonus will come fruition for you, and you will be able to afford almost full buys next round either ways. So giving yourself a better chance of trying to pull through this round is extremely important and instrumental to their hopes in further into this map. Now, Team TAMILAS, they're on the attacking side, and most of them, they're towards B, which is a couple lurking down mid. B is completely empty. EXCEELI, they chose to try to mind game Team TAMILAS, might have just mind game themselves. 3 members in A, 2 members lurking in mid towards the A side, and for the side of Team TAMILAS, you can see Zoid, slowly but surely he's pushing through B main. Right now though, Team TAMILAS, they're a bit confused. They're like, hey, why is there no contest coming out? Why is there no rush coming out? They have the control, and they're just waiting. They're waiting it out. They know that as the round goes further, they just start to get better. It's like wine. The longer a round is, the more they get aged. Team TAMILAS looks so much better now. Team TAMILAS, they will choose to take mid control and funnel into side B. They were revealed by the trapper, so we'll have to see how EXCEELI responds.
Fancy spotting out 2 with the camera is gonna be able to know some forms of information. But the B side, it's completely opened up, and ladies and gentlemen, Fancy, he's just gonna be waiting out, and
30
Flex is
seconds
on
left.
the other side of that smoke. If he finds this kill, this is gonna open up much of the floodgates for the side of EXCEELI. But Flex, he's gonna get spotted out, but Fancy not being able to hit that shot is gonna hurt him so much. Flex answers back with a double dinks to the head from his side. And with a 5 versus 2 scenario going out for the side of EXCEELI, Team TAMILAS having this entirety of B side to themselves. It's either go in for the saves and go in for this exit frag to try and save yourself some guns at the bare minimum, because you did buy up this round just a little bit. So having some guns to your name is going to be helpful. Trying to get one onto Rapha, but the shots do not connect onto the head of Rapha. And this is going to be a sad story indeed for the side of EXCEELI. Going into a 12-7, it's just going to be Hate Crew trying to look in for some kills, but in the long run, how much will it matter?
Now, 4v1 situation. Hate Crew finds one, but Rapha with his triple, baby, is able to find Hate Crew, make it 12-7. Match point for the side of Team TAMILAS, and a chance to take down EXCEELI on one of their home grounds, one of their favored maps, and Team TAMILAS' away map. Right now, Team TAMILAS are like, we on TEC's quest to crown a new crown, we are set to beat every single team in their favored zone, make it through the lower bracket to the grand finals, and establish our caliber. EXCEELI though, they're not a team you can count out just yet. EXCEELI 12-7. They will be able to afford almost full loadouts this round. Missile will dash in aggressively, find the one kill onto Rapha, but Zoid backing him up will find that trade, make it 4v4 right now. Team TAMILAS, they're lurking down catwalk and mid. Ace finds that first kill onto Jin, and the neural theft will come out for the side of Team TAMILAS, reveal the positions of EXCEELI. TT, they're a man down, but they know exactly where EXCEELI is. We'll see if they can push through.
Against a juggernaut of Ace's caliber, this is just going to be so much more difficult. 3 versus 2 is the man count, ladies and gentlemen. But with EXCEELI, they're feeling it right now with Ace on the helm of it all, with all of his skills. He has his crosshairs trained, but the crosshair was trained a bit too much. Using the ADS does get caught out of proportion, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Zoid and Stoner making the creep up to this A-short angle. 2 versus 2 is the scenario, but no one's really playing any form of hyper-aggressive manner, and it's gonna be poor little Hate Crew sitting up on the winery angle. He has the angle, he knows exactly where they are, but Stoner, he's not gonna be able to hit the shot. But Zoid, he has the information on the back end, gets spotted out by the Owl Drone, goes in for the recon bolt as well, but he needs to try and take this peak fight. But Zoid, he needs to back off. 8 bullets and a dream. If he gets this one kill, it's gonna entirely change the round for their side. Not gonna go in for the fake plan just yet, but he gets caught out as Hate Crew played that so well and so expertly, going in for the jiggles, giving Fancy enough time to come back from the side. 12-8 is going to be the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. But EXCEELI, this is a tall order for their side to win every single round consecutively.
You failed.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard task, but Hate Crew does really well there, using the first shock dart to get that bit of damage onto the planting Zoid, and then using the second shock dart, if you notice, with an extra bounce as compared to the first one, to try to get that damage onto Ace and to try to distract him a little bit. Ace, he looks, Zoid, he looks towards the side a little bit to see if the shock dart is actually going to land, and that exact time you can see Hate Crew peek, able to get that kill. Zoid did well to try to find a couple trade kills for himself, did well to get the spike planted, but it was Hate Crew securing that round for the side of EXCEELI. Rapha with 20 kills, Zolo with 17, and what I see on the scoreboard right now, aggressive, is 5 ultimates. All ultimates ready for EXCEELI, so that could be a way they push back yet another round and try to destroy the economy of Team TAMILAS on their quest to push us to overtime. Now 12-8, EXCEELI, they're spread out completely, and Team TAMILAS, all 5 members towards B. With that is exactly where Missile is holding down from B long. We'll see if Team TAMILAS are able to push in or Missile just reigns supreme.
So could just reign supreme. This is going to be one of those rounds. Zolo has the ultimate in hand, and we know what Missile is gonna be doing, ladies and gentlemen. Running back has been used to try and gather some form of information. Ooh, what? He gets that kill off when he was in the Rolling Thunder. Oh no, this is just gonna open up the floodgates for the entirety of Team Tamilas. They are gonna be executing onto this B side, and Rapha getting a kill on a missile. They're just gonna be running on it. It's gonna be Fancy versus the entire world from his side. Fancy getting the one tap onto Rapha, but Zoid answering back immediately. It's just gonna be poor little A sitting on the side. He gets that one kill, but ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the map for the side of Team Tamila. Such an expertly played attacking half from their side, and a good shot coming out from Flex to open up the entirety of the B side for the side of Team Tamilas.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Team Tamilas, they just seem to carry forward the momentum from their lower bracket finals yesterday, just reigning supreme in multiple rounds purely because of their in-game decision making. Time and time again, Team Tamilas, they like to stretch out the round a little bit. They like to let EXCEELI fester in their places, just worry a little bit, get that tension going, and then they coming in charging, able to find the kills. Ace with the Omen ultimate, he tried to TP behind and go for the flank, but before he could get the flank, Team Tamilas, they were already into sight, they'd already taken down his teammates, and then Ace, he found a kill, but was taken down in the end, making it 13 to 8 for the side of Team Tamilas. Rapha with the 275 ACS, 21 kills, just holding strong. TT 1-0 on the scoreline.
1-0 is the scoreline, but I have to give it a lot to TT that they did extremely well for their side. And of course, the side of EXCEELI as well. We have seen them be very dominant on the attacking half, but at the same time, when it came to TT, as you said, they played it so smart, they played it so well. So they really do deserve to take out the first match.
Yeah, definitely. We'll take a second though to look through the entire map, see the small moments, the nuances with which TT was able to come out on top with the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, for me, aggressive, I think the biggest difference was in terms of the duelist. Missile really not being able to pop off the way you expect. Like, don't get me wrong, he had a good game, but a good game is not really what we expect from Missile. From Missile, we expect just completely popping off left, right, center, similar to what he was able to do in the very first round, getting that 1v3 clutch. But I feel like this 1v3 clutch was the highlight, and the fact that it was happening in the first round really did not work out for the side of EXCEELI. Having said that though, you saw multiple members step up. He, Crew, Zolo and Ace all stepping up with that frag to cover up. So it wasn't really the micro that didn't work for EXCEELI. I think it was the mind games, because time and time again, Team Tamilas, they rotate, they find the mind games, and they just bamboozle the heck out of EXCEELI. Team Tamilas able to win on EXCEELI's map of Ascent, taking the lead in the series.
And Team Tamilas, I have to give to them, their micro was just a little bit more better in comparison, better in comparison to EXCEELI's micro. In a lot of these scenarios, we have seen, just as you said before, Team Tamilas, they like to let them fester. They like to let them think that, okay, we are safe, guys. We can try and execute on the side. And just as they let their guards down, Team Tamilas like, nope, haha, we got you boys, and then just pounces on the entirety of EXCEELI, and this is where it hurt them the most. They were not able to get their post-1 positions, they were not able to play it slowly like the way they wanted to, and Team Tamilas just forced it straight up onto EXCEELI, and we have seen this time and time again. If you give EXCEELI time, they will come out on top, but if you give them no time to get ready, if you give them no time to position themselves, then you're going to be winning it out, because in a lot of these hectic fights, EXCEELI doesn't always come out on top, and we see that from a lot of these replays, because we can see just Missile trying to get back into position while Ace was planting the bomb, and that is where we see EXCEELI's downfall in comparison to the side of Team Tamilas. Team Tamilas, they love to play in a lot of these chaotic situations, and this is where they shine the most.
Definitely, for Team Tamilas, it's all about just stretching that map out as much as possible, using that time to sort of pull the other team apart from their positions and continuously keep the other team guessing. Team Tamilas from a 7-5 scoreline in the first half, able to look really good on attacking side and take down EXCEELI on Ascent. 1-0 to Team Tamilas. Now, this is the best of 3, folks, so we have another map coming up really soon, and hopefully yet another after that. We'll just have to see in map 2, which is going to be Team Tamilas' pick. While we go set up for map map 2 though, make sure you check out the links in the description below. We have massive sales going on for LG monitors, and also Series 4 registration now open. With the finals today, Series 3 ending today, this is a chance for every team out there to try and get to the very top of the stage, fight for that bigger prize pool, and fight for your own stake in this region. Now we're gonna go set up for map 2. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's finals day is just starting, baby. This was map 1. We have the whole series and the grand finals to go, so make sure you're there at every single moment. We're gonna go set up with map 2 and be back real soon with the LG Ultra Gear TEC Challenger Series 3 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. We're back for the action between Team TAMILAS and EXCEELI Esports, now in Map 2. We'll quickly go to the map screen, take a look exactly what we have in store for you. Now, aggressive, EXCEELI, they were not able to pick up Map 1 for themselves. Ascent goes towards Team TAMILAS, and going into Map 2 is going to be Haven, which is the pick by Team TAMILAS. We know how strong they are. So do you think EXCEELI can fight back here and prove Haven for themselves, or do you think it's going to be Team TAMILAS taking the win now?
It's gonna be extremely difficult. I would say that is what, like, the thing about EXCEELI is that I haven't really seen them play on Haven as much, and I don't think we have seen them pick Haven as one of their maps in general. And they had a very dominant performance on Haven, but Team TAMILAS, their bread and butter is Haven. And when Rapha picks up that duelist, being the Jet, being the Phoenix, there is nothing stopping him. He uses the run it back, and he's like, he has those angles memorized to the very core of his mind. It's like muscle memory. He's like, oh, headshot here, headshot here, headshot here, and it's all over. And EXCEELI, they need to deal with a dominant performance coming out from the side of TT. They have a lot of strategies that can be given on Haven. And if the strat book from the side of EXCEELI are not as massive, it's just going to hurt them even more in the long run. And this map is going to get closed out really quickly if they are not able to answer back to the aggression and the defensive plays coming out from the side of TT.
Now, when it comes to the question of how they're going to do that, I do remember we saw EXCEELI once before in Series 3 on Haven, and if I remember correctly, it was Zolo Crazy going onto the Reyna on Haven.
Ooh,
Now, that match, Zolo absolutely popped off, and he was also the top fragger for the side of EXCEELI in Map 1. So I'm going to look towards Zolo to carry forward the momentum he has from Map 1, where he made some really good plays into Map 2, if assuming he's able to pick up that Reyna. If that does happen, I'm expecting a Reyna for the side of Zolo and a Killjoy for the side of Missile. We'll see if they're able to actually go forward with that composition, or if they're going to bring something completely brand new to the table. I feel like switching up the agents is the right move here for the players, because you really want to just surprise Team TAMILAS. You don't want to fight them in the standard meta, standard battleground, because going into Haven, it's exactly as you said. This is where Team TAMILAS feel at their most comfortable. They took the velocity composition that used to be and made it their own. Now it's very much the Team TAMILAS composition. Rapha on that Phoenix, he just sort of adopted that role to himself to perfection, and time again he's able to come out on top. Rapha, he was your MVP from Map 1, and we're going to look back towards Rapha for Map 2, see what he can get done.
Rapha, when it comes to these Phoenix, like, I love how flexible of a player he is. We talk about his Omen quite often and how he plays such a hyper-aggressive Omen, but at the same time, when you talk about his Phoenix, when you talk about his Jet, there is a lot of limelight to his side. And I have to give it a flex as well. We talk so much about Rapha. Look at the other members of Team TAMILAS. Look at Stoner. We have seen him pull off the nuttiest of the nuttiest plays, and we have seen him ace on this map against the team of GE's caliber. He got an ace when he had no business winning that whatsoever. And that is the level of play Stoner himself is going to be bringing down to the table with all of his teammates. TT, they're going to be looking so dominant on Haven, and unless EXCEELI bring in their A game, they bring in all of the strats that they've been building, and they bring in something a lot more creative down to the table, then TT is going to be in a crunch. But even if that happens on their own map, on their home ground, that is going to be like they're going to be able to adapt really quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I think for TT, Haven is that map where they just understand the idea of approaching it from multiple angles really suits their playstyle. Because even on Ascent, you saw them, they really like the slow rounds, they like the rotations from one side to another, they like making noise in one particular site and then going for it. Similarly, on defense, they love their retakes. TT, the retakes on Ascent look so clean, and all of this really favors a map where there are 3 sites in Haven. So that's exactly why Haven has sort of become that comfort for TT. But for TT, it's no longer about one map or another map. In Series 1, you saw them pull off one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen on Bind. In Series 2, they sort of proved themselves taking a control time and time after again. Flex with his opping skills on Ascent. And towards the latter half of Series 2, when they started picking up Haven, Haven automatically became their comfort. Just yesterday, they took down GE on Split and showed us the fact that they're very much able to pick up that breach on Jin and sort of looking extremely comfortable on Split. TT as a team, they've sort of grown as this time goes, and they've just become better and better. So for TT, this is about taking revenge for EXCEELI knocking them out in Series 2. But more importantly, this is about making it to the grand finals and setting themselves up for the true revenge. Because in the grand finals, who they have waiting is for Esports, the team that knocked them to the lower bracket to begin with. And exactly as I expected, it's going to be Zolo on that Reyna, Missile on that Killjoy. I'm just looking forward to Zolo popping off this match.
No Cypher though from the side of EXCEELI. That is going to be a very big change because Sansi, we've always seen him on that Cypher, but just as I said, Rapha being able to take down onto Ace, going on to the duelist this time around. The floodgates have been open, and we all know for a fact that losing that one member on defense is going to hurt the most out of anything else. But it's just going to be little old Missile sitting up on that A angle. It's going to be Stoner jumping up in front of him, but Missile, he's able to answer back, gets the headshot onto Stoner to take him down. And this evens up the playing field just a tiny little bit, but with the executes coming out onto the B side, they're going to be faking it out as much as possible. But with a really well-placed smoke coming out from Fancy, he's going to be looking to go over to one of these sides. Footsteps have been heard from the side of Zolo, so the rotations are going to be coming out really shortly. And this is going to be a very fast execute going on to the C side.
EXCEELI, they are in a 4v4 situation. It's Team TAMILAS on the attacking side, and they've taken control of Sunset Crew. With that, Shock Dart will get one, and Zolo on the Reyna gets another, uses the intangible, get a little bit of information, and reposition, gets another. But Rapha with his triple will be able to take down Zolo. Now Rapha, in a 1v2 situation, will use the hot hands to heal himself up. The spike is dropped, still not planted, just 10 seconds to go. Rapha, he needs to make a push for the spike or for the kills. Goes for the spike, will be taken down by Hekru. EXCEELI playing that defense really well, just taking a step back and then coming forward when Team TAMILAS look to go for the side control. Zolo, especially on the Reyna, using that intangible to perfection to reposition himself with the help of the flash, able to get that opening kill and then just sort of end the push from the side of Team TAMILAS. Rapha, he did brilliantly to get a triple, but it's EXCEELI picking up round 1.
They took out the round 1 in a very convincing fashion. They lost that one member being Ace at the initial stages of that fight, but really does not matter when you have team play and coordination of their level. EXCEELI always full of surprises and always ever so consistent on their side. It's gonna be that one, but Ace with that spray down, taking down 3 coming out of that garage angle, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be little old Missile sitting on the side, but he's not gonna be able to kill off Stoner with the running right clicks coming out to his name. But Flex, he's just waiting it out, and Trigger discipline is the key. He's just chilling out onto this back angle, and they are none the wiser. Don't go for the knife. Don't go for the knife. Flex, you're not doing this to them. He's just slowly creeping out on the back angle, but oh no, he's checking the back. He's gonna get caught. And oh no, this may just end up badly, but Fancy, he's not able to get that kill, and Flex, he's gonna be able to back out, get spotted out by Ace, and he gets that 4K to his name. And that is a sad story. I honestly thought that Flex was gonna be going out for that knife, but he didn't go for it.
Yeah, Flex, really good trigger discipline to not go for the kill, but just ends up waiting a bit too long, just gets led by the side of that Omen to all the way to his teammates, and Ace picking up that 4K for himself comes up huge. Ace, that's another switch that we didn't really get to see. Ace is gonna be on that Phoenix. In Haven, it very much feels like a sort of in-game IGL's map to pick up that duelist, especially the Phoenix. We've seen a lot of other players do it on this map, and Ace doing it in the same regard now.
Oh, no.
With that 4K in the last round, gonna be able to try to push it through. Hekru, he tried to use the information from his recon bolt to push through C long, but Rapha hiding there, able to just instantly take him down, make it 5v4 for Team Tamilas now. The last round, that was the eco round for the side of TT. This is their buy round, and for them, this is their opportunity to pull back the scoreline, because on Haven, the attacker's favorite map, you really do not want to let the defensive team get too much of a lead. TT, now they're rotating towards A. The smokes are being set up. It's going to be an execute onto A against Lone Man Missile on that Killjoy.
Missile, but little Missile, he has a lot of potential in him. He gets spotted. This guy's a smoke riddle. He tries to run away, but he's not going to be able to get out, but does take the spike planter down, and the bare minimum, it's going to be Ace going in with the curveball. He finds one, he spots out one, but Zoe coming out on top in that engagement because of the footsteps that was made by Ace going on into that side. It's going to be Fancy sitting up on this heaven angle though, and he needs to just hold out for a little while longer. It's just going to be Zolo and Fancy looking for those exit frags, and Flex, he's walking into the waiting crosshairs of Fancy, being able to take out one, and it's just an exit frag game coming out from both sides.
Right now, 3v2 situation. It's Team Tamilas who have the control over the site, and EXCEELI, they're just going for the saves, rightfully so. For EXCEELI, even though this wasn't a full-on investment round, they did invest into a couple guns, and those guns they're able to save. Now, Team Tamilas, this was their full investment round. The fact that they're able to pick this up with a really nice pick down at C long and then a rotate onto A shows that Team Tamilas just sort of settling into their own groove. For EXCEELI though, this next round is going to be really, really important. They will be able to afford full loadouts for themselves, so we'll have to see what they're able to do. Now, we'll take a quick look at the scorecard once again, see how all the players are standing up. 4 kills for Ace and 2 for Zolo. The duel is leading strong. For the side of Team Tamilas, it's once again Rapha, the man we suggested to look out for on that Phoenix in Haven, really holding strong for TT. EXCEELI though, they've switched it up. They're trying to surprise Team Tamilas, and they need to do that in this next round where they are able to afford the full buys for themselves, and they need to make sure that they don't give Team Tamilas that extra bit of momentum by letting Team Tamilas make it even, because Team Tamilas, they will just run away with it, especially on attack. I really like the Killjoy personally, like over the Cypher, because of the way their composition holds. What it allows you to do is just let the Killjoy control one side altogether, because while Cypher can do that as well, I feel like the Killjoy is more sort of enhanced in terms of damage to be able to do that. The Cypher, a more flexible pick that you want to switch from place to place, but the Killjoy very much you just leave her on say A site or C site and she will hold it down, and it fits the composition of the Reyna and Phoenix trying to play really aggressively through mid. So I want to see EXCEELI trying to do more of that. Even though they're on the defensive side, I want to see them using the multiple flashes they have in the Phoenix and Reyna to try to take mid control for themselves and just sort of push Team Tamilas into a corner.
They're gonna try to push them into a corner, but with Zolo being a very hyper-aggressive player that he is, goes in for a peek going on to the mid side, but he opts to go back out before he tries to find anything. It's gonna be Jin sitting up on this mid angle, but with everyone slowly creeping up short, they need to try and get some form of information and something done, the bare minimum, but it's gonna be Hate Crew using the owl drone really shortly to spot out anyone at the anyone at least, but it's gonna be Zolo moving into the awaiting arms of 3 members on the short angle. And Zolo, if he takes one, it's gonna be huge and massive for him. He's able to take one, uses the intangible to get out of that sticky situation, but Rapha coming in hard with the refrag is able to take out one, and the A side has been stormed into again once more, ladies and gentlemen. 4 versus, make it a 3 versus 4, sorry, coming out from Hate Crew with the shock dart. The ultimate has been used from the side of Ace, but Rapha coming in massive with the headshots raining in from his angle, as it's just gonna be little old Hate Crew on the side. Rapha with the 4K. This Phoenix is coming out massive for the side of Team TAMILAS, and they're playing their cards so well on their side.
That round by Rapha, absolutely phenomenal. He starts it off by taking down Zolo, who was that Reyna, such an important pick. Uses this hot hands to deny the push, then using that recon ball information to get that kill onto Missile, and then an instant flick onto his clone on Ace. Rapha then finishing it off with a kill onto Hekru down up in heaven. Meant that it's Rapha holding strong with that 4K for TT. TT now pushing to even scoreline 8-2 for Rapha. Rapha coming up huge now for the side of EXCEELI. They will not be able to afford full buys this round. You'll see a 7 buy as thoughts. You can see Ace with that Spectre. So for EXCEELI, this round is about trying to get some damage done and pulling off some sort of a surprising round now. TT, they're switching it up completely. They're letting Rapha pick up that ultimate point and then looking for the C-long push. Rapha, if he gets one kill, he'll be able to use the running back. We'll see if they're able to do that. Now Flex dashing in will get that kill onto Ace. Flex the entry fragment for TT, enabling the side push. Will spot out Hekru and use the smoke to remove him from his sight line. But Hekru with that Sheriff takes him down. Jin now coming up strong with 2 kills, makes it 4v2 for TT, and the spike is planted. It's just Zolo and Ace, the IGLs of EXCEELI on that retake.
Once again, we are gonna be seeing out the old dog trying to find something out, but Zoid comes in massive on their side, and it was fancy, not really Ace. I know CA made that mistake, but we're so used to seeing Ace being that trusty old omen that he is, but we are not gonna be seeing that this time. It's gonna be fancy on that, but Zolo looking out for these exit frags. But as one member has gone down from the side of C-Long, they're going to be rotating onto that to try and go for what they can. But slowly, it's going to be the garage push coming out from Jin. He does not spot out Zolo just yet. No footsteps have been made from the side of Jin though. And Zolo knows for a fact that he's rotating back onto B. But he's just going to hold out, try and not give any sort of ult points towards the side of Team TAMILAS, but I think it would have been a better play if he died instead, because then he would have gotten that free ult point charge instead, and he would have had his Empress by now.
I mean, I get that, but like at the same time, nobody actually wants to die to be able to get that point, because you also give over an extra point to your opponents, and Team TAMILAS...
Run into the bomb.
So now Team TAMILAS able to pick up that round for themselves. They're gonna go into this next round with a plan. But Hekru on the off, not what we get to see a lot in this map is Hekru doing very well for himself to get that opening kill onto his clone on Jin with the op really making it pay so far. TT though, they're using that as a cue to push into C-Long once again. The running back will come out from Rapha and he'll get 1 kill for himself. His team will push in now and see for the side of TT, Flex is really low, so they need to try to get spike plant and get into their post plant. Zoid holding down Garage will get 1. Stoner with another makes it 4v1. Stoner coming up huge for Team TAMILAS right now. Just Fancy though, Fancy on that omen, fights 2 more and now it's 2v1. Fancy with just 30 HP. Oh my god.
Fancy with just 30 HP and he's looking to close it out, and he very much can, ladies and gentlemen. He's pushing it out. He's gonna be probably able to. The spike, there is still enough time to go in for the defuse. He's just gonna be holding it out, and oh no, Soda needs to make the full wraparound. And if he just holds it out for just a little while longer, ladies and gentlemen, sprayed out is gonna be going down, and Fancy comes out on top of that engagement. That sprayed out and spray transfer was so beautiful and so clean. Such a well-played round coming out from Fancy, making the scoreline even once more, 3-3 for both sides.
Fancy coming up huge in that round, finding multiple headshots here onto Rapha and Zoid. And I'm so sorry, Fancy, that I called you Ace earlier, because we, as you said, we're just so used to seeing Ace on the omen. Fancy's like, no. I can also do just as well. Picks up that omen for himself, shows exactly how to do it with that 1v4 clutch of sorts coming through. Fancy making sure EXCEELI able to pick up that buy round win and keep the scoreline even. Fancy keeping EXCEELI alive in this map. 3-3 now. Both teams able to afford full buys. Both teams' economy really hurting at this point. TT in a slightly better state, so EXCEELI, they need to try to win back-to-back rounds and try to pull it back. But TT, they're like, we went to A, we went to C. Let's now go down to B and try to find a couple picks for ourselves. Rapha and Flex taking down any holders for the side of EXCEELI down at B, finding multiple kills. Now Zolo finding that kill onto Jin. I have to question a little bit the usage of that heal there. I feel like the intangible would have been much better, but Zolo will get taken down. Flex with 1, and it's a 4v1 situation for TT. TT again switching it up, looking to take the lead.
Old Missile is just gonna be the only one remaining. Does have a Spectre, not able to win out that fight against the Vandal. And that was a well-played round coming out from the side of TT to make the scoreline go in their favor once more. It is gonna be 4-3 on the scoreline, and that was a well-played round. Yes, the usage of the heal was a bit questionable. He didn't really expect another member to be present, but should have gone for the intangible instead when he still had enough health to look healthy on his side. It's gonna be Rapha though leading the charge for the side of Team TAMILAS, going in for a scoreline of 10-3, and his KDA is just gonna be looking even more pretty as the rounds are gonna be moving forward. Is going to be taking the ultimate orb on his side, so 1 more point away from using the running back once more. And it's going to be a hard one, ladies and gentlemen, as this is the eco round for the side of EXCEELI, and they're looking to close it out as much as they can. That's what gets spotted out by the Aldron. Tapping away is going to be Zolo, able to get that kill on the Stoner, who had that Phantom in hand, and is able to heal back up to the 105 HP mark at the bare minimum. But everyone running it in. It's gonna be Missile getting that headshot on the Zoid, but not able to get that kill. But Jin answers back onto his own clone, being able to take him down. The spike has gone down though, ladies and gentlemen, and it's gonna be Fancy creeping up on Jin, going onto this long angle. Who's gonna be winning this fight? And this is gonna be so important, but Jin able to get that spray down on his side. Ace answering back with the refrag, is able to pick up a gun for himself, but with the Cypher Trap coming out and with Rapha having his phone number calls him up, it's just gonna be Zolo sitting up onto this barrage angle. Does get taken out as he expected a flash coming out from Rapha, but it was just little old Flex moving up and with the one tap taking him out. And another round on the board for the side of Team TAMILAS. It's gonna be 5-3, and EXCEELI, they're going to a buy round, but it seems as though Team TAMILAS, they know exactly how to decipher the strat that EXCEELI is trying to pull on them.
Yeah, it definitely does seem like that, because we've time and time talked again about Team TAMILAS' ability to just adapt and how Haven really favors that ability and sort of just enhances Team TAMILAS' gameplay as a whole. Team TAMILAS now making it 5-3. For EXCEELI though, that was their eco round, so they're gonna be okay with that. They got a couple kills, they did a bit of damage to Team TAMILAS' economy, but this round is really where it matters. This round is where they need to start pushing back and making that lead smaller, not letting TT make it bigger. Now Hikru will find that kill onto Rapha, but as usual, Zoid, the trusty backup for Rapha, will find that kill, return kill onto Hikru, make it 4v4. Zoid now uses the shutter step to back up, and Ace with that running back, not finding any kills or much information for himself. EXCEELI, they have the Killjoy ultimate as well, so they will look very good on the retake. So for them, what I want to see is allowing TT to take control of a site, even better if it's B site, and then going for the play. But now Fancy holding it down in garage, finds one headshot. Fancy going for the other instead, will be taken down by Stoner. 3v3 situation, TT going towards C.
They're going towards C, and with Missile going down as well from his side, it's just going to be hurting even more. They have the side to their advantage, but this is very much possible. 3 versus 2 is the scenario, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be Zolo and Ace, the IGLs for the side of EXCEELI. And this time it is a correct play instead, and it's not going to be another bad call, but Jin taking out Ace, coming out on the side. And he has the Hunter's Fury in hand, and we all know what's going to be happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Zolo going to be trying to go in for the defuse, checks the back corner, spots out one on the cubby angle, tries to go in for the shot, but it does not connect. And Flex able to take him out, and they're able to save the Hunter's Fury at the bare minimum. So a really good round coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS, an expertly executed attack.
Yeah, it's 6-3 for Team TAMILAS. Once again, able to take down EXCEELI in that buy round for EXCEELI. What I'm a little disappointed by is that I personally, I like to see the Killjoy ultimate being a bit more proactively. Like, it's okay if you're not getting the full value out of it. It's okay if you're not able to get the full side control out of it. The way you can use the Killjoy ultimate is sort of to deny one side push altogether. Like, for example, when you see Fancy going down in Garage, I would have liked to see that Killjoy ultimate coming through behind Garage to deny the Garage push and the C side push from Team TAMILAS. But it doesn't come through, and once again, it's Team TAMILAS finding that first blood, flex with another, makes it 5v3, and right now it feels like the momentum for Team TAMILAS is so humongous. They're starting to run away with it. It's going to be an A-side push, looking to make it 7-3.
7-3, but Missile is gonna answer back on that side, but with everyone just rushing it out, it's gonna be another eco round for the side of EXCEELI, of course, but such a dominant showing from the side of Team TAMILAS. They are not leaving any corners unturned, and with Rapha just leading the charge, being the entry frag that he was meant to be, and with Flex giving him the backup as well, this is just gonna be so difficult for the side of EXCEELI to do much of anything.
Now, 7-3 for Team TAMILAS for EXCEELI. Remember, folks, this is an attacker's side of map. So for EXCEELI, it's all about, in the next 2 rounds, getting at least 1 round for themselves. 9-3 is way worse than 8-4 or 7-5. If they can push it to 7-5, it will be a pretty decent score line going into the second half, and a chance for EXCEELI to be proactive in their own regard and to make plays on by themselves. Now, 7-3 is the scoreline. Last round, I believe EXCEELI, they went for the eco. They have the full buys this round around. Stoner, he got tagged really low. Not taken down just yet though. And Team TAMILAS, they made that noise onto B. Now they're looking to push in onto A. Run it back by Rapha to get that bit of information. Will find Zolo towards the CT area. Will not be able to take him down. Instead, Zolo will take him down. And the Killjoy ultimate now coming down. Stoner, he's going for the plant. A really smart strategy so far by the side of TT. Missile with that nanoswarm grenade will be able to take down Stoner. Make it 4v4. But the spike is planted. The Killjoy ultimate is gone. And now it's up to EXCEELI to go for the retake.
They're gonna be going in for the retake with taking out Flex as well from the side. Know that one more member is just chilling out on that back angle. It's gonna be Zoid, but with the post line being in the favor of Jin, he has the Hunter's Fury connecting on multiple people. And this is just one poor little Hate Crew going on to the side. And Hate Crew, he's gonna have his work cut up for him, but a clutch. Pros don't fake, and that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Pros do not fake. You always have to remember that. And even in this crunch scenarios, they try to go in for the peak really slowly, but I have to give it to Jin. Even though the round goes in the favor of EXCEELI, Jin with that Hunter's Fury came in so massive. They held the bomb, they held the spike for as long as possible. So this is very much true that they could be going into a 7-5 scoreline.
8-3, and I feel like this round was the round for EXCEELI to come back. You saw the Empress used by Zolo, you saw the lockdown used by Missile, and the fact that able to pull through this round after using those many ultimates means that it's 7-4, and Zolo on the Reyna really starting to fire up, getting that first blood once again. EXCEELI, even though Jin had some insane plays with that Hunter's Fury, able to pick up that round, and now Zolo on the Reyna really starting to pop up, finds a triple, drops the spike, Fancy will get that kill, and this is exactly what you want to see from EXCEELI in the last half of the in the last rounds of the first half. EXCEELI, they're like, we're gonna grab the momentum to our favor in this end part, and then we're gonna carry it forward in the second half. Flawless last round for EXCEELI. 7-5 with the scoreline, and Zolo on that Reyna in the last 2 rounds, he's really stepped up, now on the top of the frag board.
He's on the top of the fact board, but he is on 9 and 8. It's gonna be Fancy and Zolo leading the charge for their side. Everyone else is having a bit of a rough game, but they are still holding true to what they can do. But ladies and gentlemen, it is gonna be Team TAMILAS going onto the defensive half, and we all know, like, see, I don't have to tell you this, how proactive Team TAMILAS plays when it comes to the defensive half. We have seen them take down GE and just completely taken by surprise. No member was able to stand still when it came to them going on this defensive half, and I really am looking forward to see what Team TAMILAS are gonna be bringing to the table against a team of EXCEELI's caliber.
Yeah, but have to see if EXCEELI are able to be as creative as TT were on attack, or if TT are able to hold down strong in defense. Because yesterday on Haven, we saw even despite a 6-6 scoreline, it was TT taking home the win. Now Hey Crew starting it off for EXCEELI, doing really well to get that kill onto Stoner, make a 5v4 for themselves. But for the side of TT, and this is what I think makes them insanely strong on Haven, not a single rotation. They're like, you know what, you got a kill, we know you're gonna rotate, so just come into our loving hands.
That is really true, and such a good read coming out from the side of TT. Like, they knew for a fact what the hell they were going to be doing, but it is going to be Zoid waiting out on that angle. Zolo knows for a fact that the dark cover has been used from the side of B. The noise has been made, and it's going to be Ace going up onto that angle. Doesn't check the back right. Back left corner does get taken out, and it's going to be Rapha taking 2 kills from his side, but Fancy answers back. But Zoid coming in from the back lane is able to find much more. It's just going to be one member, which is Zolo, tapping away, trying to find those heads, but he's not going to be able to. It's going to be Zoid taking up the 3k for his side, and EXCEELI, they're going to be going down 8 and 5 into this round. And Ace not taking that corner really was detrimental for his side. And another round going in the favor of the side of Team TAMILAS. Moving forward, though, it is probably going to be a force buy, I would say.
I mean, I'm really curious as to see what they do decide to do in the next round, because a force buy would be the sort of more aggressive play while you're trying to take the fight. The ego, as they seem to be going right now, the more standard play. They're like, it's okay, we'll give up this round, we'll look to fight back in the 3rd round. Side of TT though, full investments, 5 Spectres, heavy shields coming out. TT, they need to make sure that they don't give up multiple kills this round, because it could end up being really expensive. EXCEELI, their eco rushing down mid, 5 classic, Zoid and Flex holding it down from either link, finding a kill each. Zoid and Flex holding down B. 2-man show for Team TAMILAS, flawless round, and that's exactly how you play that second buy round, the second advantage round of sort, where you get that 5 Spectres. Make sure you never give a kill over to the other team.
Pretty sure that EXCEELI is like, let's just get this over, let's just rush down B, but Fancy with that paranoia didn't really communicate it well enough, and we saw Ace getting caught out by it in that scenario, but still really well played from the side of Team TAMILAS to be able to get it all. Zoid and Flex just holding it down from both links, being C-Link and A-Link. They were able to find those kills that they needed to get, and it's just going to be another slow play, but Zoid, he's pushing up with Rapha going in onto the side, and he's just going to be slowly creeping up on that angle. But Missile with the alarm bot spots out one, and it's just going to be Flex chilling out on the back corner. He's probably going to catch out Zolo on the side, but Zolo comes in better, because I'm pretty sure that Flex is like, oh wait, there is a recon bolt somewhere, looks up and does get caught off guard, and it's going to be Stoner facing off against Zolo Crazy on the side, but no one's really peeking it out, because Team TAMILAS, they are on that disadvantage, 1 member going down for their side, and it's just going to be a fast rotation coming out from the side of EXCEELI going on to C, but Zoid, he probably is going to be able to find it, but with only just a Spectre in hand, this is going to be so much more difficult for him to even do anything on this side.
Yeah, for Team TAMILAS, this round they didn't make any investments. They carried forward the 5 Spectres from the 2nd round, so very much an advantageous round for EXCEELI, and you can see them coming out strong. Zolo, he found that first kill onto Flex, and then EXCEELI, they went for the rotate onto C, able to get the spike planted. Now Missile getting 1, and Zolo with 2 more makes a triple for himself. It will be EXCEELI in a very comfortable fashion, able to take down Team TAMILAS. EXCEELI now settling into their groove. I want to see Zolo really pop up. I feel like he's been good so far in this map, like he's the top fragger for the side of EXCEELI, but I want to see some crazy plays coming out from Zolo Crazy on that Reyna to make sure that EXCEELI able to pull it back, because next round is what will dictate the rest of this first half. Next round is where Team TAMILAS, they will be going for the full investments, for the full buys, and EXCEELI it's where they can try to sort of hurt Team TAMILAS in terms of momentum, morale, and economy. EXCEELI once again spread out, looking for that garage push before they commit onto a particular side. The recon drone will spot out Rapha. He has to push back, and EXCEELI, they're using that as an opportunity to funnel into garage and then see.
Oh no, Rapha with the flick shot taking out his clone, and Flex giving the backup from the garage angle. Missile is able to answer back onto Rapha, but Jin taking out Missile, and EXCEELI and Hate being able to take down Jin from the side. The trades are coming in left, right, and center, but it's just going to be Hate Crew on the side. Does get the spike down at the bare minimum, so a little bit more money to work with, but in the long run, this is not how it's going to be working out, because again, their bank has been demolished once more, and EXCEELI, they either need to go for a save or they need to go for a force buy. This back and forth rounds is gonna hurt the most when you are the team that are on the receiving end of the damage, because think of it like this: 6 and 10 is the scoreline right now.
This goes here.
You can't really afford to save and lose even more rounds moving forward.
Actually, think given the fact that EXCEELI won their first buy round with just one member down, they only had to invest into one extra gun this round. They should be able to get full loadouts into this round. We'll see. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard, see how both teams are holding up in terms of guns. You see, for EXCEELI, almost full loadouts. One Spectre will come in. They're able to afford it after doing a really good buy round. For Team TAMILAS, when they went for the buy round, they were exceptionally well. Rapha especially holding down really aggressive angles on the defense, able to always get that kill and get out and get his team the man advantage. We'll have to see if he can do it again, because EXCEELI, they're doing the noise and bait strategy. The bomb all the way towards the mid side, but 3 members towards A. Now, I feel like I might have just cursed EXCEELI because the bomb is coming towards A. Oh, peeking out of the smoke, barely finds that kill onto Stoner, uses the intangible to perfection to get out. K-Crew with the Hunter's Fury now will get a tag, and will get tagged himself, but neither member going down. 5v4 for EXCEELI. They made the noise at A, it's time to go to C.
They're going to be going onto the C side, and it seems like it's a tried and true tactic for the side of EXCEELI by Rapha using the rotted bag. He's going to be running in, finding one on the Fancy who's going to be planting the bomb. Zolo answers back onto Jin. He's going to be able to get out, but Zoid coming in from the side of Garage, and it's just going to be little old Flex on the sideline spots out one, but he needs to try and get out, but it's gonna be Hate Crew going up to him on the Garage angle, not gonna be able to find it, and Flex, this is gonna be a 1 versus 3 scenario and a very tall order for his side. He's gonna be walking it out, but Ace comes in massive with that kill, and it's gonna be a 7 and 10 scoreline for their side. And yes, that was my bad on the call out for that eco round, but honestly I believed as though they lost a couple of rounds and they lost a couple of guns. They will not have it, but they're coming back really hard. But and with 3 members still up and running for their side, they didn't lose many guns at all towards the side of Team TAMILAS. And Team TAMILAS instead, they are going to be looking a bit they're going to be having a bit of an issue when it comes to the economy if they lose this coming round, because this is when everything is going to change.
Yeah, for Team TAMILAS, they were not able to pull off that round, even though Rapha with the running back getting that kill onto the spike planter. EXCEELI able to respond extremely well. Ace and Zolo pushing in aggressively from Garage, getting multiple kills, securing that round for EXCEELI. Now it's Missile. He's gonna start it off for EXCEELI down in Garage. Zoid was pushing in a bit aggressively and will get punished by Missile. For the side of Team TAMILAS, it's gonna be that eco. You can see the Blade Storm already after Flex, and Ace finding that kill onto Rapha. The Sheriff set up for Stoner. Stoner might just find multiple kills here. If he can line up, finds one. Needs to just look to his left to find the Omen. Will not do so. Now Stoner finding one on the back of that. Find one each. Zolo finds one, but it's 2v2. Flex and Stoner versus Zolo and Fancy. We'll see who are able to come out on top, because the spike is dropped all the way over at A-Long.
It's gonna be Fancy though, taking out Stoner. He's like, I'll teach you how to play Cypher when I'm playing the Omen instead. But Flex, with only 16 HP to his name, it's either going for the save, which would be the smart play, because at such low HP against 2 members who have full HP, it's either going for the 1-taps or you go home. We're gonna be seeing Flex though probably going in for a try in this 1v2 scenario, slowly creeping up from the CT angle of A side, but 2 members just waiting outside, waiting under heaven, and they're probably gonna play their cards right as well. They have the crossfire set up, and Zolo probably going to take first contact, and with a well-placed headshot on the Flex, takes him down. And another round going in the favor of EXCEELI. This is gonna be 8 and 10. And this is very much possible for them to make a comeback. But this is Team TAMILAS buy round. That was their eco round. So quite a lot of damage being done towards the side of EXCEELI economically. But they do have that win streak bonus, and they got their the spike down, so they have a lot to work with.
Yeah, for Team TAMILAS, they did a significant bit of damage to EXCEELI, but it's EXCEELI who were able to push back the scoreline, make it once again 10-8. Now, in the first half, it was 7-5, and so far in the second half, the teams have been neck to neck 3-3. Going into this round, going into this at a full buy round for both teams. It's a chance for both EXCEELI and Team TAMILAS to take the lead in this second half. His running back will get popped by Ace. Ace looking to push into A side will get sent back by Stoner and Flex. Now the paranoia will come out from Fancy. They're just trying to make noise, I think, because now you can see Fancy after throwing that paranoia using slow and steady strategy, slowly now rotating towards C. But this is where TT reigns strong, because none of the members have made rotations. None of their members are switching their positions. The call for TT is very simple: hold down that fort.
Holding down the fort indeed, and they're playing it so slow, and they're just waiting to see if there's anything that the side of EXEELI are going to be bringing down to the table. And it's going to be a heavy execute going onto this A side, and Stoner looking back instead of his front. It's going to get taken down. Zolo crazy, going crazy on this rain and being able to take those 2 kills on his side, and he's going to be moving forward. It's going to be a 4 versus 3 scenario, moving forward into the post plan. It's going to be Jin using the Hunter's Fury. He tags up 1. He's going for another one. He tags up 2. And this Hunter's Fury coming out from Jin is so clean, ladies and gentlemen. Spike Plan does go down. Zolo able to take that 1 kill off the side. But Zoid, he answers back immediately. He answers onto another one. And this is such a well-executed retake coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. They are playing their hearts out, ladies and gentlemen. We can see the excitement inside of Zoid. He's like, yeah, boys, we did it. This is 11-8 going into the scoreline. Team TAMILAS, they are looking to close it out, bring it into match point. And EXCEELI, again, the tall order that we saw before in the last map, they're going to be bringing it back into this one. Will they be able to close it out?
Thing is, I am getting a little bit of deja vu, because in Series 2, EXCEELI, they were in a very similar position, almost down and fighting for their life. They were able to make an insane comeback, push us to map 3, and then take down TT. We'll have to see if TT learned from that, or if EXCEELI is able to do that once again, because right now it's 11-8. Remember, guys, in the chat, it's hashtag TTOP. If you think TT are going to push all the way, not just for the map win, for the series win, take themselves to the grand finals. If you think EXCEELI is going to make a comeback here, right here, you think in a situation of do or die, if EXCEELI is going to do, it's hashtag exceed limits. Spam that in the chat. Show your support for the teams. 11-8. Both teams able to afford buy still. It's going to come up to which player finds that first blood, which player is really able to make that impact. Rapha looking to do just that. Waiting in the C long cubby. Just playing it extremely slow. Looking to catch someone off guard. But EXCEELI's spidey sense is tingling. They suspect something like that. So nobody pushing down C long. Now, you can see EXCEELI, they're playing it very slow. Most of them towards A, whereas Fancy lurking towards C. Now, with Fancy moving towards A himself, I expect the smokes to come out and an A side execute from EXCEELI.
A fast A side execute, it's going to be really quick, but they need to try and do something at the bare minimum. This is going to be their force by round, trying to not go on to that match point, but with the Killjoy ultimate being used and everyone from the side of Team TAMILAS being forced to go out, and Flex, he gets caught out. That was such a well-played play from the side of Missile right there with the Molotov from his side. The Nanostorm being able to find one going into that angle. It's going to be Ace answering back onto Flex. A well-placed headshot from his side. But Rapha is trying to go in. Spots out one at the back angle. It's going to check under heaven. It's going to be Zolo crazy going down from his side. Rapha with another headshot. He's looking to use the running back. He's going to be running up forward, ladies and gentlemen, with a well-placed shot coming out from Zoid as well with the backup. It's going to be Fancy against the entire world. And Team TAMILAS, they're looking to close it on. But Fancy, he has the headshot faded supreme. But Rapha coming out on top. That was such a hectic fight indeed, but still Team TAMILAS are able to close it out, making it match point, ladies and gentlemen. It is EXCEELI Esports on 8 and Team TAMILAS on 12. They are looking to close it out in such a dominant fashion, and Rapha, he's at the helm of it all.
Right now, Rapha really leading the charge for Team TAMILAS, now pushing them to match point with that round. In the end, I felt like Fancy might have just clutched it, but Rapha uses the box to his advantage, steps back a little bit. He's like, Fancy, you may have headshotted my teammates, you will not headshot me. Rapha picking up that win now, 12-8. EXCEELI forced onto force bias. It's gonna be do or die moment for EXCEELI and a chance for Team TAMILAS to push on. Now Fancy pushing into C long, gets that first kill onto Rapha. 12 to 8 on the scoreline. EXCEELI with the man advantage. Hunter's Fury from Hey Crew will not find any kills, but Zolo will find one for himself, and it's 5 versus 3. Even though EXCEELI, they don't have the weapons advantage, they're making work. Do or die, EXCEELI will do.
EXCEELI will do, and this is a 3 versus 5 scenario with the spike going down on B. And it's still gonna be so many members alive, but Ace coming in massive from his side is able to take down 2, and it's Flex versus the entire world, but Missile answers back with a really good kill from his side, and they win the scores by a round, and they are fighting and clawing their way back, and this seems like a deja vu coming out from the first map, it seems. Don't you think, CA?
Yeah, it just feels like both of the teams, they're really close, but it's coming down to which team is able to find the edge, and round after round that team changes, because every time Team TAMILAS is able to find a small edge, EXCEELI return in the next round with a bang and pull it back. But right now, EXCEELI, they cannot afford round seesaw. They need 3 rounds back to back to push us to overtime. We'll see if they can do that, because this is their chance. TT on the eco, TT on the match point. This is going to be a difficult round and should be a comfortable take for EXCEELI to push us to 12-10.
This should be a comfortable take, but with the dance coming out from Rapha, he's able to survive for just a little while longer, but True with that one answer back is able to find one, but gets taken out by Flex. But Fancy, oh my god, Jin with the dance of death is able to take out Fancy, but Zolo, he doesn't know exactly where Flex is, but he's gonna be able to find it, and it is Missile and Zolo against the entirety of Team TAMILAS. It's gonna be the 2 members for their side. They have their gun advantage. They have what they need to have to move forward. But this is gonna be an A side take coming out from their side, and Missile going up short and Zolo going up long. They're gonna be able to take that spike plan, and this goes into a post plan scenario for the side of Team TAMILAS.
2v2 situation. There is the eco round for TT, but they did very well to make it a 2v2, and now this is them fighting for match point. They picked up the rifles for themselves. It's gonna be Jin and Rapha leading the charge on this retake for TT. Jin will use that recon drone, look to get some information for himself. For the side of EXCEELI, they're both holding down strong from the suicide. The flash will come out from Zolo to delay the push a little bit, but they will not be able to find one now. Zolo will find the kill onto Jin. Rapha will set up the flash, find the kill, will not find the kill onto Zolo. Instead, it's Zolo with his triple, taking down Rapha, making it 12-10. EXCEELI winning back-to-back rounds, but that was the eco round for TT, and it came down so close. EXCEELI's true test will be next round, and if they can win the next round, the bye round, it will give them an advantage going into the round after that, and a genuine chance to push us to overtime. 12-10, 2 more match points for TT, 2 more rounds for EXCEELI to push us to overtime, and 2 more rounds for Zolo to really pop off and take charge. We'll have to see if it will be Zolo being that X factor, or if Rapha will just reign supreme as he has time and time again.
Zolo as a player, he is showing up so much. 23 kills, and he is showing up as a duelist player. And this is what we need to see coming out from him. They're trying their hardest. They're trying to make sure that they are going to be winning on this map, because this is do or die. They either win this or they are out of this tournament. And ladies and gentlemen, I do not think EXCEELI are going to be giving an inch away towards the side of Team TAMILAS. They're looking to close it out. It's going to be Ace pushing up onto this A angle though, but he is completely alone. Being the solo duelist on his side, he has the running back available. Gets spotted out by the Cypher camp. But Flex, he's holding it down with the operator in hand on this A long angle, and this is so dangerous. One misplay, one mishap, and it's all gonna be over. It's gonna be Stoner using a quick peek on his side, able to get that well-placed headshot onto Ace to take him down. Needs to slowly back up, and this is so expertly played from his side. Gets tagged out on his feet as Stoner tries to go in for the cage. This is just a fight between these two, but really well played from Ace. He made a lot of noise, and he's going to be backing out slowly. But no side control and no map control has been even established from the side of EXCEELI. They're looking dry, and they need to execute onto the side dry as well. But with Flex getting that kill onto Ace, this is just going to be even more difficult as the time is going to be moving forward. Rapha in such a good angle. Trigger display for him. Side takes 2 kills. He's looking for another one. Getting onto Hayes too as well. It's just going to be Zolo versus the world. But the spray does not connect. And Jin takes him out. Such a well-played round coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. So patient, so pristine from their side. 13-10 is the scoreline. Nice try from the side of EXCEELI Esports. But we're going to be closing out this set 2-0. And Team Tamilas are going to be moving on to the grand finals.
2-0 to Team Tamilas and Rapha in this cubby hold with that trigger discipline getting his triple, baby, to make sure that 13-10 scoreline for TT. You can see on the scoreboard though, Zolo on the Reyna was instrumental, 311 ACS, 23 kills. Zolo, he really did pop off on the Reyna like we expected, but it just wasn't enough. TT on their comfort ground of Haven, able to maintain that small lead of 3 rounds, make it 13-10, and make their way on to the grand finals. Now, let's take a second to talk about the monumental series that this was with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors. Perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, Aggressive, talk to me about what you felt like the entire series went, because I really don't think the 2-0 scoreline does the justice to how close both of these teams are.
It really doesn't do justice. In a lot of these matchups, we have seen EXCEELI go for those fakes. We have seen them go for a lot of the plays that I told you, like, when the last round was being established, I saw Ace doing so much when it came to just holding out on that A side. He tried to get a lot of attention. He made sure that no rotations were going to be coming out through. And they should have taken advantage of that. At the bare minimum, EXCEELI could have tried to go in for some form of a map control, maybe take over mid, maybe take over garage, try and alleviate some of the pressure from A so that, okay, they're going to be guessing, oh wait, do I need to rotate? Do I need to go right now? But against the team of Team Tamilas caliber, they need to try and take map control. They need to force the players to be uncomfortable, because Team Tamilas, they just played with so much comfort on their side. And EXCEELI, they were so uncomfortable themselves. They tried to go in for something, but they were not able to find it.
Really, they tried their hardest, definitely, and they made a really good push to try to make a comeback, but Team Tamilas holding strong. Team Tamilas getting revenge for being knocked out in Series 2, now making their way all the way to the grand finals. For EXCEELI though, I feel like Series 3 was a really good series. They had a major change in their duelist from SS Sami, switching over to Missile now, and they did the change with upgrade to their previous positioning. In Series 2, EXCEELI finished 4th. In Series 3, they will be our 3rd place team. So EXCEELI definitely, as an organization and as a team, they made strides in their improvement. So I'm looking forward to seeing them in Series 4 when they have that extra bit of time to just sort of amalgamate with Missile, to just sort of synergize with Missile and understand for the entire team how that composition really works for them. We'll see EXCEELI back with a bang in Series 4, but for now it's gonna be hashtag TTOP versus hashtag Far We Go in the finals. That's Team Tamilas and Far Esports with you. Far Esports, the team that knocked Team Tamilas out to begin with, and they'll be setting their date once again in the grand finals. Grand finals will happen at 6 p.m. IST, so we'll see you there with a banger set to come. This is gonna be the last set coming into you for the day. We're gonna take a few hours break while we set up for the massive showdown it will be. Make sure you're there a bit in advance, because I know there's a bunch of pre-show and just that extra like bit of stuff that we have to show for you. You'll see real soon. But for now, Team Tamilas, 2-0, they're going to be taking down EXCEELI Esports. They're going to be preparing themselves for the grand finals. And in our own preparation, we're going to go do just that. Remember, check out the links in the description below for some massive sales and Series 4 registration. Make sure you get in on the action on that before it runs out, so that you're not left out yourself. Make sure like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it's grand finals time, baby, and we're just getting ramped up. It's going to be real exciting. We'll see you with the grand finals action real soon later today in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. See you soon.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.